Hello, today's video is all about diamond painting. If you've never tried this hobby, it's very therapeutic and you get a relatively quick finish, and it also looks very nice in my opinion. So if you've never tried diamond painting before, or if you have and you're thoroughly enjoying it, well, thank you for joining me. My name's Sue, and without further ado, off we go. Now this is the diamond painting that I have just unwrapped, and I've done as much unwrapping as I can because there's an awful lot of crinkling noise that can go on with the packaging on this. So I've done as much as I can to cut down on the annoyance. Just going to take my jacket off actually, I'm quite warm. But anyway, this is the picture, which is of what would you call them? I don't know, something Santa in a blue coat, or Father of the Forest, or Wizard. But anyway, very Harry Potterish really, and that's him with a deer beside him. Now the reason I've left this shiny piece of plastic over the top is because with diamond painting, you're using these crystal-y type beads. They're the diamonds. And you get this little tray as well to put them in. And you get this little diamond dot dabber, I suppose you would call it. Where is it? There it is. And the idea is, I should also say, you also get this, which I just wasn't sure what it was until my daughter enlightened me one day, which you get your diamond dot dabber, you peel back the plastic covering this, and you just press your dabber into it. Oops. Preferably try not to drop it. This side, isn't it? Yeah. You press your dabber into it to get a bit of sticky going. You cover it up so it doesn't dry out. Put it to one side. And the reason I've got this covered with this piece of plastic is because not the entire picture. You don't actually put the diamonds on the entire picture. You, in this instance, wherever you see letters, which is on, I'm going to call him Old Father Time. I don't know what else to call him. On Old Father Time, he's covered in letters, and the deer beside him is covered in letters, and that's what you're going to be covering in diamonds. So each letter, for instance, if I start at the top of his head, which is A, I look for A on the sidebar on the left hand side, and that is packet number 9, contains A. So I'll try to crinkle this as little as I can. Put that down a moment. So you get several packets of these diamond dots. So let's see if I can, and you can see the number 9 is on the packet. So I picked up number 9. I just snipped a little corner, and it's a good idea to only snip a little corner and not right across the packet, because they can go absolutely everywhere, and unless you've got some little receptacles to put each colour in and number each one, then and if you haven't got that and you keep them in the packets, then you need to keep them upright and just cut as small a hole as possible. You don't need to put them all in your little diamond dot tray, because usually or sometimes you'll do a few of that colour and then you'll want to do a few of another colour. So just put a few out at a time and might make life a bit easier. But what I'm going to do is just move those two things to one side for a moment, and I'm actually going to peel this right back. The reason this piece of plastic is on there is because where you put the diamonds on the picture is sticky, and the idea is that you just pull a corner of it back and work on a section at the time, and that's so that the sticky remains as sticky as possible, and that the stickiness on the actual picture doesn't dry out or get dusty. So, and once you've done one piece, you can peel it back a bit further, do the next bit, and so on. Now I'm going to initially take this off just because I think it will show you the picture a bit clearer, more clearly. I hope it does anyway. But there's that lovely old Father Time with his deer walking in the forest. I just bring the picture down a bit because there's a little bit at the top which is a couple of owls, and there's the moon shining behind the trees there as well. None of that is covered in the diamonds, it is old Father Time and the deer. So just going to cover that back up again to protect it. Right, and off we go. So I'm pulling back a corner. If you already love diamond painting, you'll know how addictive these are. I bought these from Amazon. I think, I say these because I actually bought four at one time. And one of them was as little as £1.79, but I don't think I paid more than £2.50 for any of them, and that was with free postage and packing. You did have to wait a while because they come from China, but it's worth it when you get it for that price. You can't complain really, can you? So I will try and put a link below if they're still available on Amazon if you're interested in getting them. And so off we go. I shall start. You can also rest on this corner that you've pulled back. I'm going to start on the top of old Father Time. Now the diamonds, it's not going to be easy to show you on camera, I don't think, because they are tiny, but they are flat backed. So when you're picking them up, you want to pick up on the rounded side. See, I've got one there. I've only just caught it on the edge there, but that's fine. And remember, this is A, so I'll put it on A. And pick up another one, remembering to do it on the rounded side. And put it on A. If you don't quite get it completely on A, there is a slight nudging. There is a slight bit of nudging room there. And off I go, really. It's now there's a lot of A and a lot of number 8 on his head. So that's not. Oops, got my finger stuck there. And remember to pick up on the round side, not like what I keep doing, catching the ones that are on the flat back. Here we are. Now the next one is an 8, so I miss one and put another one on. So I think you might just be able to see those 4 that I've put on so far. And the idea is to get good coverage, because you don't want any bits of black writing showing, do you? So I'm just going to move my tray to one side for a minute because it's a bit easier to press down on. And I'm on line 2 now. Once you get a rhythm going, it can be quite quick actually. Now don't forget only the A's. We've also got number 8s and a number 7 on this top part of his head. just cover that up a bit more. I keep sticking my finger in it. Not a lot I can do about that crinkle, but I have cut down on as much as I can. Because I know it can be a bit ear splitting. Being an avid viewer of podcasts myself, or tutorial videos. On row 3 now. And see how it's coming along with all those A's. I'll choose this small area so that it's not like watching paint dry. You like a bit of calm, therapeutic hobbying, then this is a good one to get into. Comes together fairly quickly. I haven't done one for a long time. My daughters did a huge one. It was called the Reading Tree, and it was taken from a painting from the artist Randall Spangler, who I believe is in the USA. And it's a beautiful picture of a tree with some dragons sitting under it reading books. There's the most beautiful colours, and looks absolutely stunning. She only just recently finished it. It was huge, so it did take a while. She only just recently finished it, but it looks absolutely stunning. There we are, we've almost finished that top section there. And if you find it difficult to, if they're all laying on round the wrong way, just give it a little shake, the tray, and some of them do turn up the way you want them. Yeah, that's looking quite good with all the little white dots. Now I've finished with those for now, and I'm going to put on some number 8s. So I'm just going to, what I should have done was got my little funnel for emptying these back into the packet, but I didn't. The little funnel is very helpful in putting these back into the packet when you want to get a new colour out. And I didn't bring mine along, so I am going to... You do get a little set of instructions, by the way, which are these, which they quite quaintly call operating instructions. And I'm going to put these, just sit them on the back of that while I use the next colour. Some of them reluctant to leave. Put that to one side. Now the next colour is number 8, so I look for my number 8 packet. Is that? Yeah, that's this one. And that's a grey colour. And scissors. I'm just going to cut a corner across there and shake a few into a little tray. Like I said, it all comes with it. Remember, keep them upright. It's probably best to get a set of little pots to keep each colour in. I believe somewhere like even Poundland in the UK would sell those. So I've only put a few in there. Pull the protective covering back, and off I go with number 8. just about the same number as A to put on in this grey colour. Now, because they are plastic, these, you do think, well, I mean, afterwards I might not have mentioned this actually, that it is supposed to sparkle, the bits that you cover with the diamond dots. And if you think, well, it's not going to be very sparkly because they're all plastic. It's unbelievably sparkly. Oops, that one turned upside down, so take it off with my little dabber. Try again. Yes, it's unbelievably sparkly, and you just can't take your eye. Well, the one my daughter just completed, you just can't take your eyes off it. And just a few more to do. Just a bit of nudging. And shape the tray if they're not up the right way. And where am I? That one's number 8 as well, isn't it? Another shake of the tray. There we are. And if you find your dabber becomes a bit less sticky while you're working, all you have to do is pull back the cover on the sticky pad and just re-dab your dabber. Actually going to need a few more of those. The covering, the protective covering, does automatically flop back anyway, which is nice. And almost there now. You can actually get lost in what you're doing with this. I know there's a company called Craft Buddy that do these crystal art pictures. In my opinion, they're a bit on the pricey side. You can see them on Hachanda TV, which is a Freeview channel in the UK on channel 85. They are often there with their kits, which are very nice, the kits, but if a little bit pricey in my opinion. Hachanda is a craft channel, in case you didn't know, in the UK. I believe they also televise in America and in the Netherlands as well. So that is all of my number 8s, and now there's just number 7 to complete that top part, which is all I will do for today. I will come back another day to show you some different colours and obviously the completion as well. Snip the corner of number 7, which is a darker grey. Not the most exciting of colours, but They are supposed to be depicting his white hat and beard and hair, and he is old, so oops, nearly dabbed it onto the covering then. It doesn't look an awful lot different to the grey I've just put on there, but I'll stick with it. And there's just a few of these. You can see the rounded side quite easily when you're picking up, because they tend to shine. So you see the dome-like effect when you're looking for the next one to pick up. Is that the last number 7? I believe it is, so there it is. That is the top part of Old Father Time's hat, I believe it is, which he would need on that frosty night, walking in the forest. And so thank you for joining me. Oh, I've missed one. Just saw it. I bet you lot saw it before I did. So thank you for joining me. Come back and join me again if you like diamond painting. Have your diamond paintings ready. And as I said, I'll put details in the description box below, which tends to be underneath this corner. You'll see a little arrow on YouTube, and the descriptions box below will tell you everything you need to know about today's video. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.